Okay, so take back everything I said about Kuwabara being a major death. I kinda remembered this with, Toguro missing the vitals or whatever. Vaguely, I wasn't sure how they handled it exactly. It was very comedic, and I'm glad that it was a case where, he didn't just miraculously survive. It was, he purposely missed the vitals, and, he pretended to be dead so he's gonna get the power-up, and the development's still there or whatever. And the power-up happened, and he got the job done. And it seems to be revealed that the wish wouldn't even be able to bring anyone back to life. So, okay, Genkai wouldn't be brought back by that either. So, yeah. A couple of things I didn't mention from the last couple of reviews, because I don't know, I was feeling out of it for the last couple of reviews I did. I don't know why. I mean, I think I summarized and said everything I needed to say. Some little details I meant to mention that I totally forgot about. I don't know, I think the reviews turned out fine, I guess, but I don't know, I'm recording this on the same day, so I don't know. I haven't watched those reviews again in editing to see how they turned out, but anyways, the things I forgot to mention, Yusuke saying he wanted to be like Toguro, kind of admiring him, with the power and everything, and then realizing that wasn't what he really wanted. That was a cool little character dynamic. And also, I liked the scene where Yukina, they all cry because they thought Kuwabara died, and Yukina cries and all her fucking tears drop and turn into those little, pearl things. I thought that was a nice little touch they added. That was a cool little detail. So, to this episode. Animation, fine. Overall, it was okay animation. Pacing, fairly okay, decent pacing, a little slower, but, not that bad. And the story progression, the tournament's over, but, I mean, the tournament was pretty much over last episode. Nothing more really happened except the stadium got destroyed. So yeah, like I said, Kuwabara lives, and it's fine, I mean, he's a little, chipper for how much blood just got dumped out of him, but, he's still alive, and everyone's cool and relaxed, and Yusuke has this really cool speech about how he couldn't help anyone, and it really means nothing because, Kuwabara lived, but I guess it still means something to Yusuke's character, but yeah. So there's that. Sakio decides to just destroy the entire place. Literally 15 minutes, boom, destroy everything. And he's in a room, he's talking to Koenma about the whole opening that spirit portal demon thing that he, his plan from earlier, and how he's still ready to die. And Kuwabara's sister, this was really stupid. This is just not even good writing. Why does she like this guy at all? I don't know if she fell in love with him, I don't know what it was about it, but he saved her from some thugs one time. It just seems so fucking random that she's I don't even know. I don't want to say in love. What is it? There's not enough there, but she cries when the dude dies and she doesn't want the dude to die. And we see her being all interested in him when he says he's going to bet his life and shit. Whoa, what's he talking about? It's weird to me. There's no real, definite, yes, I have a crush on this guy or whatever. It's just so random. And he gives her his lighter, and I don't know what we're supposed to take from that. It's just not good writing to me, but whatever. Yeah, other than that, Keiko with her fucking comatose state where Yusuke fucking has to slap her, and that really went nowhere. I mean, she snapped out of it, and it was kind of funny, and there was a lot of good jokes in this episode. It was definitely strong on humor. Fucking Keiko's slaps are just fucking super mega over the top. She could have taken Toguro with a fucking slap. When they reached that hallway with the huge fucking boulders, I was let Keiko slap it. That was the first thing I thought of. No, but what ends up happening is Chu and the others end up breaking it down, and everyone gets out. Stadium breaks. Well, it breaks, that's an understatement. It fucking explodes, and, Yusuke says it's done. And, fucking smoke in the air, and that's my thumbnail, because I figured that'd be a nice little representation of, the end of the arc. There'll probably maybe, one more episode of wrap-up, maybe. But, yeah. It was an okay episode. It was good, actually. No, I'd say it was good. It wasn't just okay. It had really strong, comedy, and, the whole stadium falling apart and everything, and, Yusuke, and that speech he gave. I'd probably give it around, a 7.5 to an 8. A very good episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. So, yeah, I'll probably, yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that happened. Really random-ass fucking humor with the two announcer chicks. I mean, nothing to really mention. It was just super fucking out of nowhere. Yeah, it was just dialogue, but it just came out of fucking left field. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, give it an 8 out of 10. Very good episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, and now I'll move on to the next one. Okay, you guys, episode 66 of Yu Yu Hakusho. not a huge fan of this episode for a few reasons. In terms of animation, it seemed like it was that animator that did like the fucking Hiei fight where the characters look super cartoony. There was this one shot of Yusuke that looked fucking absolutely horrible. I guess he was supposed to be confused and surprised, but the way his pupils didn't even line up, it was fucking ridiculous. The animation, so like I say, animation, not the greatest animation in the world. So I'd probably give that like a subpar. The pacing, pretty damn slow. Like when the first half of the episode ended, I felt like the episode was about to end, like it was that drawn out. And the overall story progression, I guess it was decent. I mean, you know, the tournament is over. They're now going home. Characters are fucking alive. I'll get into that. And we get a little bit of Toguro humanization and development. I don't know, I guess summary. Toguro wants to go to Limbo because he wants to punish himself. We get like this talk about how he's complex, and then he talks to Genkai, and it's like there's this backstory about these kids that were his students that got killed by the tournament champion, then he got revenge, and to atone for wanting revenge, he never wanted to be vulnerable, so he made himself super epic monster fucking Toguro that we all saw. And it's supposed to add more meaning to that line of dialogue he says where he's like, we're going to get older and what do we have to show for it, or whatever, you know, he says to Genkai by the river or whatever when they got on the boat, or when they were out of the boat. And I don't know, I mean, just slapping on all this humanization and development at the very last second just seems so not needed. I mean, what happened to all of his fucking you've grown old and weak Genkai and all his evil face mugging where he looked all sinister and shit? The only hint to him not being a total dick or there being more to his character was when he didn't kill Kuwabara. That's it. Anything else, he seemed like an evil prick douchebag, killing the committee and, like, you know, laughing about it and all that stuff. And now we're supposed to feel sorry for him and all this stuff. And I guess it wasn't handled horribly, but I just don't see the purpose of it other than trying to make a character that wasn't all that deep and complex. And it can be done way worse. And it's not like the worst writing I've ever seen. It's just, I still don't even understand his character fully because it just slapped us in the face with it all at once. But whatever. Could have been handled better. Wasn't a huge fan of how they did that, but nothing is as bad. Oh my god, nothing is as bad as the end of this episode. Because they hint that they're going to bring Genkai back, kind of. Like, Toguro says something to Koenma in a flashback that, of course, we didn't see, where we didn't see when it was, you know, present time. He says, take care of her body. And then she fucking comes back, and everyone's happy, and no. I know it's possible, I know it's not a plot hole or an inconsistency or anything. It makes sense that he brought her back. Koenma can do that. He did the same thing for Yusuke. But, oh my god, it just, everything that happened in this arc, the episode, I think the first episode I gave like an 11 out of 10 when she died. I think I gave it an 11 out of 10. It was so well done and so well handled, negated all of his character development and everything about, you know, her death and wanting to get revenge on Toguro, negated. It's just, even when you can bring a character back to life, sometimes you should just leave them dead because it's better for the story. Like, she better do some shit. She better have some heavy, you know, involvement in the plot in future arcs for this to be okay. Because if she doesn't, then there's no reason she should live. It's like that saying, you know, having your cake and eating it too, which is a really stupid saying, but I guess it's the only one I can think of for the situation. It's like, you know, you wanted to have the death, but you also wanted to have her live, so you did both, and Kuwabara, I could kind of understand. He faked his death. Toguro missed the vitals. You know, it's fine. It's, you know, it's okay. But with this, I mean, oh my goodness, dude. Could you imagine if other series did this? Like, not counting like Dragon Ball. I mean, you can wish people back with the Dragon Balls and all that. But I mean, that's a little bit different. This was so much more impactful for just character development and stuff. I don't know. It's also, Dragon Ball established bringing people back to life very early on, so it's not like it's that big of a deal when it happens later on. I don't know. I was not a fan of her being brought back. I think it really did a disservice. I still think Yusuke has developed a bit. I still think this was like a learning experience for him. I'd like to see him put these powers to use in future fights. Hopefully he fights enemies that are that strong, you know, stronger than Toguro. I'm assuming they would be. But yeah, I was not a huge fan of most of the things that happened in this episode. The Toguro stuff, I guess, was okay. Like, when he starts, you know, when you see the flashback of him saying, you know, I forget exactly what he said, but just, you know, we're mortal, we're gonna die, or whatever, we're gonna get old. That basic thing, you know, when he kneels down talking to Genkai, you're a beautiful woman, all that crap. You guys might remember what I'm talking about, what speech it is. Hearing that flashback after seeing that he got revenge on what's-his-name and, you know, the dude who used to be the champion of the tournament and how all of his students died, it does give that line new meaning, that scene. Like, before, it just seemed like he was scared of growing old, so he chickened out and became immortal as a demon. Now we see that there was a little bit more to it. I guess that's what it's supposed to be, but he still seemed like a fucking evil dick. Now he's punishing himself by going to limbo, which sounded like the fucking most horrible thing ever, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. I give this episode like a 6.5. Decent episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, I guess. Maybe fucking 5.5, 6 out of 10. I don't know. It's a low score regardless. That Genkai shit is just, no, that should not have happened for me. Again, if she's super integral to the plots of future arcs, I can forgive it a little bit. But if she's just tacked on or just kind of there for no reason other than just to live, no, bullshit. So I don't really like this episode too much. I like what, you know, Togashi tried to do with Toguro. I just thought you should have, you know, established it more during the arc, you know, spent more time with his character giving hints to all of this stuff. I don't know. Probably the worst episode of Yu Yu Hakusho I've seen. And, that's not really, I mean, I won't say it's saying a lot, because not really many episodes are bad for Yu Yu Hakusho, so, you know, that's good at least. It's like the first bad one, and I'm over 50 episodes in. But yeah, I'd probably give it like a subpar rating. Don't hate me, I know there's a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho fans out there. You can tell me why I'm wrong in the comments below. You know, there might be something I missed, or I'm not thinking about a certain thing here or there, but yeah, I'm just gonna call it a subpar episode and leave it at that. So, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of these episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.